What's up, everybody? This is Non-Fungible Guys. I'm your host, Ryan. Sitting across from me is...
Devon C. Codrington. What's up?
Not much. Ready for another episode?
I am. So we said the podcast name, right?
I said Non-Fungible Guys,
Oh,
right?
right. Yeah, I wasn't listening. Sorry. Okay.
I don't even remember.
I clearly was. I'm just messing with you. So this is a podcast about non-fungible tokens, NFTs, as well as cryptocurrency and everything in between. We cover news, our involvement in the space, and whatever we can keep up with because it is wild out there.
Start of the year has been crazy.
Yeah.
You want me to just jump right into the space? What happened?
Yeah. Are we doing that, or are we talking about what we did this week?
It's up to you. We can go whatever way.
Let's talk about the space, and then we'll talk about what we did.
So the CEO of Chain,
yeah.
I think is it a blockchain? Chain?
I don't know.
CEO of Chain on Twitter. I don't even know. He hit the big news with him. He bought a Mega Mutant Serum for his Bored Ape. And you know how much he spent?
I do.
Well, I'll tell the people.
Yeah.
1,542.69 Ethereum. Or would it be Ether?
ETH. Which is about like 6 million?
5.7 million. Basically like 5.8 million he spent on, and there's only 8 Mega Mutant Serums in existence. So I want to say this was number 5 that got bought up. And then he went on, and was it him or somebody else or he did it? He bought this after the co-creator.
The other guy, the co-creator.
Yeah. He did the live Twitch stream and everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this was the most as of right now. But I did see just before we went online to record that someone has offered 1,645 ETH for a Mega Mutant Serum, which is like 8 million or something.
Jeez. Okay, so so that happens, over the holidays, where the co-founder of Ethereum blockchain bought the first one, and then this happens now.
Yeah.
And what I think last time we were saying that I think this is it's a move to it's publicity.
It's like a Red Bull for the economy. It's like they're stimulating.
Nice. Well said. It's a Red Bull for the blockchain.
Yeah.
For specifically Ethereum.
Yep. I agree.
Why? Because Cardano is coming. Yeah, I think so, man. It's great.
We'll see.
I think yeah, there's no way. I mean,
well, here's the thing. There's a lot of activity, especially on Ethereum in the last couple of days, or last week or so. Like, what's his name? Marshall Mathers, better known as Eminem.
Yep.
Dave Chappelle both bought Bored Apes as well.
Right.
I think Chappelle bought his for $370K.
Yep.
And the thing that kills me is
his username.
His username on OpenSea OpenSea profile name.
Yeah.
Is follow the white people.
Of course, I feel like if you were looking at that wallet and knew that Dave Chappelle, you'd be like, oh yes. Like in general, you're like, this is something Dave Chappelle would do.
Again,
Level.
I just saw on Twitter too somebody that looks like another Bored Ape that looks like M&M's has sold, and Dave Chappelle's and a couple others. They're kind of in the same.
Yeah, they're in this. They have the same features.
So someone's like, did Kendrick Lamar just buy it? People are speculating who just bought the Bored Ape.
That's interesting because when you look at M&M's Bored Ape, I look at it and I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, it looks like him.
It's just
totally
a hat.
him.
It's got that hat that
because he wears
wears.
that Che Guevara style hat or whatever it is, the gorilla hat. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's what's the news with the Bored Apes. Not that one day we'll have one.
Probably not. Well, only because I like to think that given if I have the resources to pick one up, I won't to spite it, and I would want to be involved in other projects.
Well, if I had that kind of money, I mean, I would have to make like 20 times that amount to be able to just say, "Oh, I'm gonna drop, half my house worth."
Yeah.
On a JPEG that gets me utilities to parties I'll never be able to go to.
Right.
Well, I guess I would be able to go. You
would be, but you'd be like,
it's not like, hey, family, I'm just gonna go fly down to Miami for the weekend.
From that article you were telling me about that I finally read. Great article, by the way. Where was that in? Verve or no?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Maybe Vice. Anyway, either way, it was the
I'll
article about an individual that snuck into a bathing ape yacht club party.
A bathing ape.
Wow.
Bathing.
That's awesome.
Bathing ape.
You know why? Because we were talking about that a couple days ago. You remember when we talked about Bape?
Oh, Bape. Yeah.
And I was like, it's Bape. That was from the 2010s. Okay, so now we have to recoil. If you're listening, Bathing Ape was a clothing brand from back in the day, Japan street art style. And Pharrell, like all the MCs and rappers used to rock it back in the day. And it looks dope, but literally when I look at it, and when I look at Bored Ape Yacht Club, I'm like, this is the derivative. It's like based on that. It's like Bathing Ape would have been the parent.
So the article was from The Verge.
Verge. Okay. What did I say? Verve?
The Verve, I think you did. Yeah.
Nice.
So it was from The Verge, and it was by, I think that's Adlin Jackson.
Cool.
Anyways, he had a friend of a friend. Yeah. It was two of them in the article,
Yeah, it was
right?
two of them. Yeah.
But it was like his friend or their friend boss had a Bored Ape, and they basically sent the QR code to scan it. Anyways, they got into the party, and it was a great article. The article, it's just, if anyone wants to look it up, how to sneak into a Bored Ape Yacht Club party, and it's on The Verge.
What was really cool about it was just how they described, like, first of all, Chris Rock was there. Like,
there was a bunch of
the rapper, Lil Baby, the rapper, was one of the artists and performing.
The Arkells or something.
No,
there
the
was
Strokes.
The Strokes. I knew it was one of those.
I like the Strokes. So I was like, oh, that's sick. So it's funny listening to that party, listening to that story, and getting a description of that the Bathing Ape Yacht Club, Bored Ape Yacht Club party. I'm like, I would love to go to that party. That would be really good. But then it was also interesting when they talked about like the people that were there, like. It was pretty white.
It was a sausage party too, wasn't it?
Yeah, that too. Sausage party. But also what I guess the one thing that was cool was that it did seem like some people were like just street kids, and then some people were like suits, and
it was a very eclectic.
Yeah, that was the word.
Group
I think.
of people.
Yeah. Either way, why are we talking about this?
You brought up the article that you finally read.
Thank you. Good article.
Thanks, Sean.
And if I had Bored Ape money, I feel like, considering what I'd read there, and what I've heard about chatter in the community, which we won't go into, some of the chatter that was on Twitter that was unsavory around that whole group, I think that I wouldn't want to ape into that, I couldn't ape into it. I know about it, but I wouldn't want to get into that.
Yeah,
screw it.
So, anything else you've been up to? I know I did the drip drops.
Wait, is there any more news that we want to talk about? I don't have there's anything. News like every 5 minutes that
I could scroll through Twitter and just read headlines, and we could do that. But
no, I want news that's important to you, Ryan.
I shared mine.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, like, no, I wouldn't want you to go through Twitter because I would want you to.
I get it.
Bring news. That's
all right. All right.
All right, so what were you saying? Drip drops? Let's talk about
drip
that.
Drops, yes.
What did you do this week, Ryan? What did you do?
I had a drip drops. Oh, because of drip drops is on the Cardano network, and they are giving out. Let me read their description because I don't want to screw it up. We provide token dispensing services to the Cardano community. So basically, because my wallet ID is my Cardano is staked. I just input my Cardano or my wallet address to say, hey, I'm staking. And this drip drops goes, oh, okay, you're staking somewhere. You're helping the community. You're helping the blockchain. Here's some free tokens, and you pick what you want. You get up to 10 of them, and there's a value. Like, I got 1 million Hosky.
Wait, before you go into what you got, what is drip drops, though? Someone listening to this still doesn't know. I think it's a faucet.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
a faucet. We provide token dispensing services.
Yeah.
So I think if you have a new token,
yeah, you
can link up with them and add your token in there to kind of get it out to the people.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
for like adoption and stuff like that.
Yes.
They did. You know who did that when they were first starting? Polygon and Matic.
I did read that somewhere.
And you could just go to it, and it would literally spit you out free Matic.
Yeah.
You just went to it, put in your address, and it just gave you free tokens.
Yeah. So Drip Drops is doing this to, I guess, support these new tokens coming out and reward the people staking and helping.
Yeah.
Because by staking on Cardano, you're helping the Cardano blockchain do its thing.
Yeah.
Because it's proof of
Proof of stake.
Proof of stake, exactly.
Yeah. Which is so. This is so good because like this is like a wicked way to stimulate it. Like, what did you get?
I got so many different things. I got a million Hosky, a few,
wait, a million.
A million.
What are the tokenomics of that?
I don't even know.
I don't know either. But like, if you're getting a million,
I was told it's like a shit coin or meme coin.
Yeah.
Like they've already said it's just like a meme coin. There's
They're
nothing
like,
to it.
Utility.
But people are buying it up. Like it is on an exchange.
Are you gonna watch your price? I saw. Okay, so
I haven't looked. I just collected the 10 different tokens I could.
Right.
And I just half of them I based it on like I got a stripper coin, I got a space coin,
right.
I got a zombie coin, I got another one that had a weed leaf on it. Like I just went, oh, that's like I like these colors.
So Ryan and I set up for the same thing, and I love how our approach was different. Maybe because I'm colorblind, I don't know. But like this is cool. They did based on what you were staking. It gave you based on how much you had staked or how long you've been staking. It just gave you options. Is that how it worked?
No, just based on the fact that you're
staking. Because I got 19 options, and I was able to pick 10. Did you have 19 options too?
I didn't count how many options. I just scrolled through the list.
Okay.
I never actually counted.
Oh, cool.
I just
Yeah. So okay, I picked up Ada Shiba Inu.
Yeah, of course you did.
Yeah. Well, wait. What does that even mean?
Oh, because you were talking about Shiba Inu.
Oh, right.
Before you wanted, you've been talking about it for a while. I don't know if you bought any, but I knew you were talking about it.
I did buy some. Yeah, but now I have the ADA version, and like they're literally like we are the ADA version of this. Obviously, I took the 1,000 drip, just because I feel like it was like why not? It's a thank you.
Yeah.
And I took Cheddar.
Yeah, I have Cheddar,
which I think is good because Cheddar is DeFi, Cardano, ADA DeFi stuff. Or no, it's yeah, I guess it is. It's a staking pool.
Yeah,
so
either way,
DeFi,
listen.
Yeah, staking pool.
Whatever token I got, I can sit on it for the rest of my life, and maybe one day it's worth a penny.
I don't know. Some of these,
Who knows?
I got one token because that's all that was available, and then I don't know Fabian Gamer coin. I don't know how.
I didn't get that.
I just looked cool, and then Grow token. I like the graphic. It reminds me of like I don't know some sort of art generating thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cool. I think the best thing I have is Ada Shiba Inu, Cheddar, and Space Coins.
I got the Space Coin. It had a little rocket ship on it.
It does.
Yeah, I got that one too. Something going on with Cardano too about sending NFTs into space. Cosmo something. I should have.
Oh, Cosmo Network. Wait.
There's something like. Nomies is talking about it. Space Buds have been talking about it in their Discord. They're talking about sending NFTs into space. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it? I just been coming across it, and I didn't think about doing any research on it until now.
Man, it's all good. It's because we were focusing on other things.
Yes, if you're staking on the Cardano network, go check out Drip Drops, and I think it's was it Epoch?
Yeah.
Every epoch you can go and claim. It's like so every 5 days, or what is it? 7 days is an epoch.
I remember we used to know this when we were.
Oh, you know what?
The
new one just ended today. So hold on, let me just double check.
I thought the epoch was like
it's not
30
long.
days. Though.
No, every 5 days. So every
Really?
5 days you can go back and claim more tokens.
Ooh, my wallet's gonna get huge.
Yeah, I think you end up sending. If you claim all 10 at once, you got to send 5 ADA, but then you get 3.1 back.
I did that.
For the fees.
Yeah.
So you're paying 1.9 in fees, which is like what, $3?
Yes.
$4?
Yes. So that's what I need to make to break even.
Yeah, basically. But if you can keep claiming, like I don't know, it's so anyone staking, go get your free stuff in a sense.
And that's Drip Drops with a Z.
Yep. Yes. Anything else that you got up to?
Drip Drops, and I finally did we talk about XRP last week? No,
we haven't brought it up.
We haven't brought it up
because it's kind of been it's been falling off a lot of exchanges, and people are not wanting to mess with it.
People have been not wanting to mess with. They've been talking shit about XRP for like over a year now.
Oh,
like
well over
so long. Like XRP made by Ripple Labs, we all know that. A lot of the Canadian a lot of exchanges in general, but most of the ones in Canada are like, we're not supporting it anymore. So if you have it, you've got to move it to a wallet that's going to handle it. And if you don't, then they just liquidate your position and give you the cash equivalent.
Yep.
And
I took mine out.
Yeah, I moved mine over to a different wallet. So I'm actually, you know what? What did I do this week?
Actually, we did both talk about this separately offline.
We did, yeah.
Which we did discuss it. I don't know why we didn't think to bring this up.
It's okay.
Because we were going back and forth researching hot and cold storages and non-custodial.
I'm so glad you brought this up. We did a silent podcast, just private podcast between ourselves. But we did a ton of wallet research this week. And I don't even want to say the ones that I've moved to yet, because I think I want to drop that maybe kind of a 2022 wallet update. Maybe we'll drop that for you guys. Yeah. But because in Canada, it's different. We can't just like hop on. I mean, I guess everywhere it's like that. But
yeah, everywhere.
We don't have like, we really got to like watch which ones we're going to hop onto, because then some of our banks, and we only have like 5 banks.
Yeah.
When you think about it, with credit unions and our big 6 or whatever it is, we don't have many banks. So we have to make sure that like the wallets work for us. So we did a ton of research with that. I moved a bunch of coins over, bought a bunch of stuff, and I feel like I've actually like reorganized my Bitcoin holdings in the way I operate. Like, I'm not going to be using Newton anymore. I'm going to move everything off of there. It's a custodial wallet. I need full non-custodial. I need a bunch of them per network.
You want your keys.
I want my private keys. I want
it's funny that after we talked about moving all our stuff to like more secure so that we have control, as like Bitmark got $200 million stolen from them, and they're a custodial wallet. So I mean, I could have got hacked. So I was like, you know what, we got. So I actually have this, just like, it's like a little black book. It's not. I just had it. I got it in something else, but so I just had this notebook sitting around. So I was like, you know what? My wife was making fun of me because the other night she's watching her shows. I was actually going through all my screenshots and my photos and stuff.
Yeah.
Going through all my recovery phrases, my seed phrases.
Because
I wrote them all down because I have them in my phone.
Right.
But I still don't feel like that's secure. And I'm gonna actually delete them off my phone because now I have everything written down in a book, and then I'm gonna copy it. And I said to the wife, I want to buy a fireproof safe, put our wills.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Okay, so this is.
But I want a cold storage too.
Okay, it's so funny you said this, because after we talked about, I told you what wallet I moved my stuff to, and I literally did the same thing. I went through my phone and I was like, holy shit. I have my seed phrase that I screenshotted, and I forgot. It's not like I think that it's safe.
And there's no name at the top.
There's no name. There's nothing. But I just forgot that it was there. So because and then I was like, holy crap. So I moved it into my password manager. So at least there's like a lock on my phone, a lock on my password manager, and then I have a secured note in my password manager that you have to. So there's 3 levels of bio or code that you have to get to the seed phrase. But then I was like, but still.
That's amazing.
The rule is everything can be hacked. So I cut my seed phrase in half, and half of it is in a password secured note in my password manager, and then the other half is somewhere else. That other half is offline. Like, the only online part is half of it.
Right. Which is great that you have that like 3 levels.
Yeah.
What happens if you leave your phone on the top of your car and run it over?
Well, here's
I know you got your backup.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This isn't even good enough, because I can recover the password manager. It'll go through different, so I can access it from wherever. But realistically, what I read was, if it's online, it could possibly be hacked. Like, what if we do? Sure, like the password manager has no recovery feature, which is good. Like, if I lose that password, they're like, sorry, everything's gone. I like that. But I thought about it, and I was like, and I was like, what if? Anything. So at this point, since I only did it a couple days ago, it does exist in a full form somewhere, but that's not online, and it's not. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
But I thought, I'm like, I have to get it safe.
Here's the thing with pictures.
Yeah.
Like, great, you have the iCloud, it's backed up, it's accessible anywhere, but like the fappening happened.
What? Yeah. Oh my God. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? Yeah. But I'm like, wait, that's how it happens.
That's how it happens. The whole iCloud.
That's hilarious.
All the celebrities got their iClouds hacked.
Yeah. If you're wondering what the fappening is,
go look it up.
They're nudes.
Yeah.
Why do I say it like that? They're nudes.
But I mean, it was all iCloud hacked. Yeah. So I mean, even though it's in the cloud, it's
no, I don't think it's
like you
safe.
said. Anything can be hacked. So I'm gonna go offline with all my stuff.
The only thing I'm thinking is like, okay, if I have half of the reason is because, it's however long it is. I've left spaces, so I'm like, if I can memorize some, then like that's what I'm thinking.
They said to actually the most secure way. I was reading online where it said you come up with a story, or like a phrase of some sort, and you intertwine all your past phrases, and then memorize it over and over until it's just like second nature that you're telling a story with your key phrase, or phrases. And then don't ever have it written down. Like, don't have it on your digitally or written down. It's just in your head.
The
which
fact
is crazy
that
to
you
me.
just like, I love how we're doing the same research. It's perfect. I thought about that, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna have to memorize this eventually. But for now, half of it is somewhere in the password manager.
Yeah.
The other half is physically somewhere, and it's in whole somewhere.
Yeah.
But that's not going to be the case for long. So
the memorization's great. Like, I'm pretty good at
you can do it though. You have to make up a stupid story though, because these words don't make any friggin' sense.
I mean, I'd have to consolidate my wallets because do you know how many apps I have on my phone for crypto?
I was thinking about that. Right now, I've got a number of private keys to remember. Like, here's the thing: I
had like 4 or 5 pages written down.
We know Soul, and we need.
Did you see Soulflare's recovery passphrase?
Yo,
your seed phrase thing? It's 24.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why we said it at the same time. Like I was telling you. Yeah. I saw that and I was like, how am I supposed to remember like 24 things? Like,
individual words.
It's ridiculous.
Randomized.
I mean, it's good, but yeah.
It's great, but again, yeah. So you're going to have 12 somewhere, 12 somewhere else. But
right.
Anyways, don't hack us, please.
Well, yeah.
We'll help you with your seed phrases. You just got to send us to them so we can write them down.
Well, I know where your black book is. So, well, I don't know where it is, but I'm at your house right now. You know what? I got to use the bathroom. I'll be back.
Hey, get back here. Could you imagine?
I just run off. Get it? Hear me hop in the car.
You just hear us
scuffling
wrestling
in the backyard or in the background.
So stupid. All right.
So that's what I did this week.
Fair enough. I found out one more project.
Yeah.
Is it Solus?
Solus, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Solus. It's a Solana metaverse that looks like it's going to be taken off.
What do you think about Solana?
I've kind of dabbled into it a bit. It kind of seems legit. Like, I feel like Solana, Cardano, those two for sure are going to give a run for Ethereum's money. Like,
yeah.
Because there's no fee. Like, it's just the gas fees are crazy. Like, think about this. If I bought something, my unicorns, I want to breed them because the breeding season's happening right now. To claim my UCD, I have to pay gas fees. Then to breed them, I have to pay gas fees. It's just like it's gas fees on gas fees on gas. I went to claim
gas on gas on gas.
Yeah, I just went to claim my unicorn candy.
Yeah,
their token, and it was like $133 because Ethereum was just like the network was going crazy. I'm like, why do I want to pay that much money?
But what about Matic and Layer 2 and all these different solutions?
Apparently, was it Matic over the weekend?
Polygon,
someone was saying that everything was backed up. There was it was kind of a joke on Twitter that like this is supposed to be a Layer 2 solution and it was overbogged.
Because everyone's going there.
Exactly. So I don't know. I feel like Ethereum, yes, they're the OG right now for like the NFTs and all that stuff, but like people are going to realize there's a lot better things to do outside of it.
100%.
Like, they're going to start migrating over to Solana and Cardano and some other blockchains because they're like, these blockchains were created way more efficient to what Ethereum is trying to do.
So I agree with you 100%. You heard it here. Non-fungible guys. This does not endorse Ethereum.
Yeah, I know.
No, it's rough to say.
My two biggest bags are probably like Ethereum anyways.
Yeah, but I know. I'm heavy in there. Actually, yeah. Most of my stuff is in Bitcoin, but still. Yeah, no, I agree. So I guess that to dive into these other spaces like Solus, the Solana Metaverse, Cardano, and other NFT projects, which there are a ton that you want to get into and a lot that I want to get into and a lot of DeFi stuff. I guess people have to kind of like DYOR.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Even with crypto, all you ever hear is like we say it on this podcast. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. Well, here's the thing. What the fuck does DYOR mean? Okay. What is do your own what is DYOR? You know what I mean? Like do your own research. What does that mean? Just go on the internet and start Googling things?
Yeah, pretty much.
But I mean, let's give the people
all right,
let's give the people some points and tips and tricks on how to do your DYOR. You know what I mean?
I agree because I was thinking about this and it's like, what do you? Okay, so let's start at the very top Types of research. There's two that we were thinking about. I'll go with the first. Technical analysis, which is pretty like studying charts. What's the price now? What was the price before? And you're basically looking at a pattern, trends, and you're comparing them to existing trends for different assets and trying to make a prediction on what this is going to do based on the numbers. And people are talking about reading candlesticks and whatnot. It's box and whisker charts, that's they're trying to predict what's going to happen based on the trends that are developing. Problem being, most people don't know how to read these properly. Secondly, these cryptocurrencies, they're, for the most part, they're new. Sure, Bitcoin's been around for 10 years, but Solana's only like 3 or 4 years old.
There's no long-term charts.
There's no, exactly. And the trading volume was like, nothing for 2-3 years, and then it spiked within the last...
This year. Yeah. Or, sorry, 2021.
Some of them it probably is this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what kind of real modeling are you going to get when everything is brand new? You just don't know. But it's not bad to say and I feel like that's really the extent of my technical analysis. It's like, what did I buy ADA for back then? What is it now? Cool. It's trending upward or it's trending downward, and that's good. The value is increasing. It's on the uptick. I'm going to buy because it's probably going to keep going because of other things, like the second type of research would be
sentimental.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
It's like I'm reading it off of a piece of paper.
Just handed it right to you, nicely cupped right there.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy that.
No, it's friends. Like sentimental basically means, what is everyone feeling about it? What's the buzz about it? What's everyone talking about? What is everyone going on about? So,
and that matters, even though,
of course it does.
Yeah, because if people aren't talking about it.
Well, perfect example for just this podcast. We're 18 weeks, 19 weeks into it now.
Yeah.
What did we talk about? So now we're like coming around to Solana.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, there's metaverse. I would say 7 episodes ago?
Yeah.
Solana just has shit NFTs.
Yeah,
shit.
Totally.
Like everything's rug pulls.
It's so true.
So I mean, and
so
now the
true.
buzz was that it was sorry, I'm stumbling all over my words. That it was just like rug pulls and copycat NFTs, right?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I said that because that's what
the
it
buzz was. That was the sentimental research of it.
Yeah.
Was
Good
that
point.
stay away, don't do it. But you know what? Now people are coming around to it being like, you know what? There are some legitimate artists and creators and developers heading over to that blockchain.
Yeah.
And they're creating some sick NFTs, and the crypto is still going up, right?
Yeah.
So
and of course, what else?
The price.
Yeah.
The price of Solana has gone from it went, like you said, the charts had nothing for a couple of years and blew up to, last I looked, it was 107.
No way, really? Solana was 2 something.
Yeah, I'm looking at 151 American right now as I'm looking at it. So, I mean, it's gone up, it's gone down. I think it was over 200 earlier.
It was. It
when
totally
we
was.
First started saying it was rug
I was
pull
surprised.
central.
I was like, how is it that much? And I think I was also kind of bitter because I was like, Cardano's like 1 something, and I'm like, come on, man.
What Cardano right now is like $1.60 Canadian, and I'm like, I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't
because it's like within the Cardano blockchain, and again, what the buzz is about, the sentimental research of it.
Yeah,
the NFTs are exploding right now. There's a bunch of new products and new stuff, new NFTs and projects, not product, coming out, and it's going up, but the coin is not reflecting that. It makes no sense to me that there's so much activity within the NFT side of it, and the crypto is going down.
Yeah, I don't know. I really wonder if that's just
it's $1.57 right now.
If that's
Canadian.
just like haters or something, you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Because I don't understand what's causing that. I guess because we know Ripple's super low because of all the SEC.
The buzz about that, and everyone's talking about
lawsuit.
it.
That's like people are like, it's just like holding it in place. But I do feel like it'll explode, and then there are people still on that, but still it's staying there. And I'm like, Cardano is huge. Like, what did we say earlier on? We were talking about this. The market cap of Cardano is like actually the second largest or something.
It's one of the largest.
Yeah. It's in the top 5.
Oh, I was gonna pull up something else. Yeah, no, it's right up there. It's one of Is it not like the top 4?
Yeah, it's
price wise for the crypto is not.
No, but in terms of the market cap, it's number 4 or something like that.
Yeah.
Either way, the sentimental vibe of your project, whether it's your NFT, your cryptocurrency, that matters a lot, because the buzz is what the market's going to listen to, and the market's going to do what according to the buzz. Where do you find this? Where do you find the buzz?
I go on Twitter, Discord. To be honest, we've said it in multiple. We've said it within our interviews. We've said it on our own, just the two of us. Discord and Twitter seem to be the crypto NFT space.
Yeah, 100%. That's where it is. And you know what? And it's on TikTok too.
But here's the TikTok's got a following.
Yeah, it's where like I feel like it's people consuming. It's new. It's kind of like quiet. It's not as much discussion. But it's like, it's not as much discussion, but it's definitely there. And my bad, I didn't even realize.
It's fine. I heard it a few times.
Did it pop off a couple times?
A couple times, but
yeah, my mic definitely picked that up. Sorry about that. iPad notifications, literally Discord notifications.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounded like Discord. Yeah. I wanted to bring something up, but
my bad.
We got distracted there. Oh, the pump and dumps too. Like that's the thing with Twitter too. Is like, what's the buzz? Well, like I explained it with Puppy Coin last week, where it's like 35 people own 60% of it could be a pump and dump too. That's the other problem with crypto. I've been caught up in that in a few things where you buy into it because you see the buzz, and then it ends up it's a buzz for a week and a half, and then you're done. Yeah,
and then you're like, great.
Yep.
Okay, so next thing.
So
yeah, I'm like
the next part. I actually saw this somewhere, and I wanted to steal it for my own advice, but. The goal of research, try to convince yourself not to invest in something.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Universal.
And then you want to shit on you want to shit on it to make the project look bad or the coin look bad. Like, try to sell yourself out of not investing in it.
Because I feel like we want to do. We want to jump in. We're emotional. You know what I mean? Like we get excited. Like
FOMO.
I get so excited. FOMO's real, and that makes people ape into things. Like for sure. And that's how you lose money.
That's definitely for anyone
how you lose money.
For anyone that doesn't know what FOMO means, is the fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Or so then people ape in, and you get all these degens, right?
Yeah.
We all are degenerate gamblers.
Degenerate NFT gamblers jumping into projects without doing any research.
So if you
or panic buying.
Exactly. So if you take a step back and go, okay, I want to buy this cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
How do I stop myself? Like, what's the bad in it?
Yeah,
like
work to convince yourself to not do this.
And generally, if you can't do that, it's probably a good buy, right?
Yeah, that's a good rule for life.
Yeah, in a sense. It's like, well, look how many people put the pros and cons list, right?
Yeah.
It's like, if you're filling up the cons list, it's probably not a good...
Yeah, don't try to... Yeah, totally. So what are some things... I guess, like... The other question is, will other people buy this? But that's kind of a lot with sentimental buzz and everything else.
It all kind of goes
But when I think about the whole convince yourself not to buy this, how do you do that? Step one, and I think we do this for NFTs, we've talked about this before. We look at the tokenomics and some of the other stuff. So we can talk about... The community. Yeah, the community.
The team behind it.
Right.
All that stuff is super important. Like, if you look at it and you're like, okay, who's the team? And you're like, okay, I like this person. I like that person. This person looks like they got... Okay, well, I'm not going to... There's no cons in there.
Right, yeah. What's their credibility?
Move on to the tokenomics.
What have they done?
Right.
Yeah, so what's tokenomics? Tokenomics, it's like a word put together. I don't know. Is that a portmanteau? I don't know if it truly is one.
The
but
economics of the token?
Economics of the token. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
And in this case, the asset, which could be like the NFT, and it's basically... the numbers, like how many are they minting? Are they burning it? Like, what's the distribution going to be like? It's just the numbers of what they're actually doing. For example,
what's the market cap going to be?
Yeah.
Like what's the total supply of everything?
Exactly. So like Bitcoin's total supply, the most famous one, 21 million, right?
Yeah.
They're never going to make any more. They'll be minted or mined as long as that happens, which they expect will happen in
2036 or 2034.
Is it 2030? I thought it was. I thought it was like 21.
Yeah, sorry, maybe it's 2130 something.
It's 2140 something. What's other token? Like, I'm trying to think. I guess the NFT economics of some of these.
Well, white papers.
Yeah, that's what they'll tell you where this stuff is.
Like, yeah, people always say, what's the tokenomics? And it's like, to me, I didn't really understand it at first. I was like, okay, I get the economics.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, why does this matter, though? One thing I think about is, like, so for example, when we got the drip drops,
Yeah.
I love saying that. When I looked at Hosky token, I think what were they giving you, $1 million? Or
I got $1 million. And
$1 million.
Probably like 4 trillion.
Okay, so if they're going to give you $1 million, then I know right away that I'm getting $1 million for free, airdrop to, or faucet, whatever. I'm claiming $1 million. So there must be like trillion or quintillions out there.
Yeah, the mark was it total supply.
Yeah,
would
the
be
total
like
supply is got to be nuts, right? And if that's the case, then this token is valued super, super low, like fractions of a cent, right? So
there's no scarcity to it, but that's where burning comes in.
So yeah, then
that's where the white paper would say, hey, this is what we plan on doing with that token.
Right. Is it inflationary or deflationary?
Exactly.
Right. So I guess do we have to say, okay.
Inflationary means like they're going to always be creating more. It's just going to keep going. There's always a supply.
Yeah.
And then deflationary would be like Bitcoin.
Coin.
Yeah, Hosky coin. I was going to say Bitcoin right now is inflationary because they keep mining it.
Right.
And then you got when they hit that final, okay, they've been minted. They've all been mined.
Yeah.
Now it's deflationary.
Yeah, that makes sense totally. It's funny. I didn't when doing research for this, I didn't actually consider that. Someone would said, "What's Bitcoin?" I'd be like, "It's deflationary." But then I'm like, "Wait a minute." Like when I read that, I was like, "Whoa, it's actually double." That's amazing. I never really thought about it like that.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the exactly. And it's one of the only kind of cryptos out there. It's the OG crypto, but I think everyone's looked at that and go, we can't have that.
Well, I don't know.
Like there's always I guess a total supply limit.
Yeah.
But it seems like so many coins out there is like 2 trillion and they burn half every like second quarter.
Yeah. So that's
where I get confused. And again, I mean, I'm in this space and I do the research and I still get a little confused about it. So it's not like even listening to this for newbies,
I know,
like
right?
Confused, like what the hell?
Well, it's funny. It's because here's the thing. And I was saying this to someone else during an NFT meeting today, and it was just like every project. If you're looking at a deflationary token like Hosky coin or whatnot, like what's their deflationary model? It's going to be like so many of these coins are different. They're rare. There's seldom any coin that we're like, yeah, this is the exact deflationary model we're using. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One coin's burning half the supply every month. Another one burns the supply anytime a transaction's made. So you making a transaction and they burn the equivalent. And and there's so many different rules around why they're burning, when they're burning, and how. So it's hard to kind of get a sense. I think you just have to understand the general sense of like, if you're minting 1 million coins, that's going to be valued here. There's going to be a huge supply to work with. That sounds like a meme coin to me.
Yes.
And it depends on whether you want to play that game.
So when you just sparked my memory.
Spark point.
Omi.
Oh, yeah.
Every time that Vivi has a drop, they burn the equivalent of what was spent or what was something to do with Omi token and their Vivi collectibles. Anytime they
burn the gem spend?
They burn Omi in relation to the collectibles.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Yes.
So
it makes Omi more valuable because it's like they have a max supply, and every time they burn, I was reading the white paper somewhere on Omi's website about the burning. It's like when they're burned, they're gone. There's no more.
Yeah.
Even though there is a shit ton of supply, over time, the more collectibles they sell and the more tokens they burn, there's going to be less and less and less.
Right.
And the value goes up.
Yeah, it's true. And it's cool. So Vivi's model, of course, it's a simple like burn as it's spent but it's like there are like 2 separate models going at the same time because they have the Omi coin, which is like the back end to the front Vivi coin, which is gems. So they're kind of keeping them linked together by like once you spend the gems, they will burn the equivalent of that to try to make it so that when they cross over, they'll be at the same level.
Yeah, maybe that's.
Well, here's the thing. That's their model. Someone else doing something. Every model is different.
They're all different.
Yeah, they're all
That's
different.
the thing. That's why you got to do your research.
You really do, and have to see if it makes sense for what they're saying, and if it makes sense for you. So
I hope we're making sense to people.
Yeah, we're either like completely off the mark and we're thinking we're right, or we're hitting the mark. I don't know. Sounds great to me.
We'll see.
Okay, so also there's more ways of, I guess the next thing is distribution.
Yep.
So some of that we talked about, inflationary, deflationary, but then like how do they get the coins to the people?
Drip drops.
Drip drops. Yeah.
That's how you can start.
One, right?
That's one.
That's a great way.
There's farming. So like, for example,
yield farming.
I played an earn game, and you go and you farm, like you could farm the game, and they send hey, take this token or this crypto, and that's how they get it out in the ecosystem.
For like work,
for quote unquote farming. You literally click a button, and it's like, oh, the magic people are farming.
They're making carrots have grown.
Exactly.
Like, we rewarded you with fractions.
There's obviously like to relate it to stocks, the IPO, like
I guess.
Initial coin offering.
Yeah.
So you could do private investors. You could do, I guess, some places like.
But I guess the ICO comes before. Well, actually, I was thinking, I have here pre-mine, right? And I'm like, does pre-mine come before? Like, because I'm thinking of like you're about to do your ICO.
Yeah. And
before Ethereum went live, that Vitalik was just like, hey, we're gonna release, I don't know, 1 million ETH, but before we do that, here I'm gonna take 100,000. That's the pre-mine. It's like the founder's cut. Like the people that made it. Like if we made a cryptocurrency right now, there's no way I'm gonna be like, go free. I'm gonna be like, Ryan, you and me are taking like this much right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So that's, I guess, the
pre-mine, I guess, would be, like we've got 25 core contributors or core developers or whatever. This is our inner team. Yeah. We've taken some of the supply right off the top to give to them as a thank you, or that's their payment, right?
Yeah. And then what's crazy is then they release a coin at like fractions, and then once it ICOs or once they put it out there, it like shoots up a bit and everyone just like.
Well, and that's a fear of even being in an NFT project. That was kind of like a talk I was having, where it's like if the inner team is gifted NFTs, and then the private sale happens, public sale happens, and then right after people know, oh shoot, look at these wallet addresses selling and then they follow the trail on the blockchain or Etherscan, and they realize, oh, the developers and the people involved in the project are dumping their NFTs. Right. And that drops. So you kind of run into that.
Did that happen with Mecca? Is that, is that what happened with Mecca? Oh, no. With Mecca, they were pre-mining the rarest ones.
Yeah.
Which is so dumb.
They knew the attributes for the pre-reveal. Like there was the pre-reveal that they sold, like everything had a pre-reveal, and the reveal was like 48 hours after. Yeah. And people were buying up all the ones because they had a secret. They knew the attributes of which ones had what.
Which is like,
what was it called? Mecca. Was it just Mecca?
I think it was just Mecca, and they looked so cool, man.
Yeah, the artwork was amazing.
It was so good. And I was just like, how would they be so blatantly collusive? Like to be like on the. Like, come on, guys. Like,
the inner team.
A lot of people are watching this, and it's all open. How did you just think, hey, listen, we're just going to do this, and no one would find out? Like, that's blatant.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. I just get passionate sometimes.
No, but this goes right to the next kind of point that we want to hit on is, what about the team? When you're doing your research, right? Yeah. I mean, if you see someone's name that was attached to either a rug pull or something like that, the beauty of Discord is usually the teams are available to be questioned or talk, or they're involved, right? So it's like, if you see, hey, you were part of this over here, what happened? Like, look at 4-5 Jeff on Discord. Yeah. He is reviving Nomies. He took it over because it was like a soft rug pull. But I mean, people might be like, hey, well, were you part of it before, or where did you come from now? And people get nervous too, because it's like, have you ever even run an NFT project? Right. I mean, he's doing great work. The artwork that he's sneak peeks and stuff that he's done are pretty sick what he's doing with it. And he's now trying to build the community back up and all that.
He's an example of a good community.
Exactly. I've seen his name pop up
Sorry, I keep on cutting you off.
It's fine. I was just gonna say I keep seeing his name pop up on like Space Buds and like other projects that he's involved in. That I just now that I know that he's taken that project on, it's like, oh, there he is again. I didn't even know he was in all these projects. So
yeah,
but yeah, it's you got to know the team behind a project or a cryptocurrency.
Yeah, totally. What's airdrops? That's another.
Oh, did I just jump?
No, it's all good because we were all over. We talked about
My
ICO
bad.
first.
Airdrops is another way for tokens or NFTs to be sent out to get out. I guess more with crypto is like the ENS, Ethereum name server.
Good point. Yeah,
like that was a big one. We talked about SOS, the Open DAO last week was an airdrop. And I mean, it gets people talking. Like
hell yeah! Look what SOS did.
Yeah, it's
save
free,
our souls.
free
Like
money.
basically save Ethereum. I'm under that.
Save the Ethereum. Like
that. I'm under that conspiracy that they did it to save Ethereum.
It was the Red Bull of
100%.
Yeah,
they're like, this is saving Ethereum right now. But yeah, and of course the airdrop, like drip drops, was different. It felt like an airdrop, but it wasn't. We had to claim that. But what else did we get airdropped? Oh my gosh, how did I forget this?
How did we forget?
This is ridiculous.
Good old Pavia.
Nice Pavia. We got airdropped the
Pavia token.
The Pavia.
So a little info on that. Market cap is 29 million, almost 30 million ADA.
Nice.
The circulating supply is 500 million Pavia tokens, and the total supply will be 2 billion.
Okay.
And then they just airdrop that to a bunch of people, right?
Right.
It's sitting at last week was what, 4?
0.4.
0.4. No, I know exactly what it was. 0.040075.
There we go.
Right now it's sitting at 0.05999. So basically 0.06.
It was 0.06 like 4 hours ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it jumped up to 0.1 today.
0.1?
Yeah. So
that's a big change in the value of it.
Yeah, and here's the thing, and that token's going nuts. People are buying and selling like crazy, and Cardano's going down.
Definitive statement from non-fungible guys. Cardano's going to the moon.
Yeah.
Pavia's going to the moon. We hold a lot of both. You heard it here first. Drops mic.
All right, start that music.
I know. Right? Okay, guys. Thanks. Tune in next week. No, okay. Actually, wait. Do we have anything?
Well, we were doing the research part about like how
that's
how
the
we can help.
Tokenomics of Pavia.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. So
you can keep going looking at their team.
Yeah. Nice.
You want to look at the team. Who's the developer? I mean, most projects now will drop a white paper. They drop their website. Meet the team. A lot of projects. I'm just basing it on NFT. I don't know about crypto too much, but a lot of they stay anons, as they want to say it. They stay anonymous.
Yeah.
They don't. Oh my god! I just drew a blank on the word. What's
anonymous.
the word? No, what's the word?
Oh, they don't dox themselves.
Dox themselves.
Yeah.
Yes, they stay hidden.
Yeah.
But with crypto, is it the same thing?
I don't think so.
I think there's
usually an organization behind the blockchain that's running it and whatnot. Like
right,
because it's different. They have to build that blockchain and like bring the developers to use it. If you're staying anonymous, they'd be like, "Why the hell would we do this?"
Right. So with crypto, when you're doing your research, definitely take a look at the team.
Yeah.
What individuals have done.
Same thing, but also it'll probably be more visible. And
I think it
probably
would be, yeah.
a nonprofit or some sort of an org, just like I don't care if anyone says I love Cardano, but the IO is the Cardano IO.org or whatever. It's their institute that runs Cardano. Like
right.
They're a company.
And the big face of Cardano is Charles Hoskinson.
Right. Yeah. So no doubts that the team's there. Okay. So more advanced stuff, and I guess shouldn't even really be that advanced, but this was one that I do like thinking about. When you look at, and we can have a field day with this conversation. I bet you can guess. I bet you can guess what crypto.
We're gonna shit on Ethereum.
About. Yeah, we're basically about to do that. But it's like, what problem is the blockchain or the cryptocurrency that you're thinking about investing in solving? What problem are they solving? I guess if you wanted to think of it from an NFT standpoint, what new utility are they bringing, or what functionality are they bringing, or maybe even what metaverse?
Yep.
Like so with cryptocurrencies is pretty easy. You know what? I'm not gonna say Cardano. I'm not gonna say Solana. I'm not gonna shit on Ethereum. I'm just gonna say Chainlink. There we go. Chainlink is So the issue, one of the problems we're seeing that people have is bringing all this real world data. Like, think of Internet of Things, how your fridge will tell you need milk and whatever. All the information we have out there, how we can do all this cool stuff with blockchains and on cryptocurrency and all that stuff. And we can have all these blockchains that have value to them, like Graph and Clover. But like, two things. How do we get other existing real world data to talk to the blockchains? Where's that interface? For our money, we have wallets, but how do we get weather data now locked into, some sort of blockchain based on whatever, to like, so that we can immutably distribute weather data to everyone? And now every weather station in the world is now working off the same database. Yeah. How do we do that? Chainlink is the cryptocurrency, the blockchain that will kind of bridge that gap. So that's the problem.
Mesh them together.
Yeah, allow those networks to talk together.
That makes sense.
And of course, they'll have their own token and but that's what that blockchain is.
So that's the problem they're solving.
Yeah, so you got to think, is that problem not going to be relevant? Hell yeah. But it's probably, if this is where your research comes in, that's probably going to take a long time to do. But once it takes off, if it becomes the one that's doing that the best, it'll be, that token is going to, so what problem are they solving? I think that's a super important question.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Whoever's going to solve the problem where I can have one wallet and all my NFTs can be shown on a display for that, something like that.
100%.
That's going to be, I just want to have one individual thing and have all my blockchains talk to each other without like a conflict.
But didn't we talk about this? We talked about, was it Katsuma Network? No.
Kasuma.
Kasuma's
we haven't talked about it. I brought it up and we still haven't done the research to necessarily.
Yeah, we haven't
Kusama is like the second gen version of Polygon.
Right.
But nobody really uses Kusama, but even though it's like any new update always goes there first.
Right.
And then whatever gets added to Kusama is added to all the other chains that are working with it.
Right.
So it's like you put a new program on there, all 17 other blockchains working on Kusama. Well,
okay.
It was Remark,
right?
That's what
nice.
we haven't
right. Because why? Because that's like the most complicated thing I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, it's nested NFTs and stuff like that. Here's the thing. We haven't brought it up too much because we haven't done our research.
Yeah, because
I don't want to give people wrong information.
It's deep.
It is deep.
But I feel like that is close to solving blockchain interoperability. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
blockchain interoperability.
The whole do your own research stuff.
Yeah.
Go look at Remark. That could be the next big one that kind of just takes off, right?
I think it could be. It's just complicated as fuck.
Yes.
Got so aggressive, but it's exciting.
It is. I don't know. I just like, but here's the thing too. You could do all the research in the world and a meme coin takes off and makes you $1 million because you got airdropped 10 tokens and it just,
like how do you research Doge? You know,
you
what
can't
I mean?
Because but this is the thing with crypto and the whole space is everything's is so fluctuating, and it's like the real ones are kind of hidden behind all the noise. Do you understand what I mean? Like everything's kind of hidden behind all the noise, and it's like they're just grinding away, doing the work, getting everything set up, and then when it's their time to shine, the people that didn't get caught up in the wave of like craziness of meme coins are going to be the ones benefiting. So because they did they took their time. Yeah. It's like they put the blinders, the earmuffs on and the blinders. And it's like, okay, let's do my research.
So a point on that, because I was thinking about this a lot over the holidays. I was thinking about where we get our knowledge from, and because of some of the contacts we've made, we've been able to think about, like, we've been able to get some insights and just learn about things, and we definitely have some good picks.
Yes.
But I was thinking there's a lot more out there that we're not aware of, that we're not into. And especially some of the DeFi stake pools, like the big ones that are out there giving like crazy APY. Like people have talked about Time Wonderland a lot, and like how people are staking there and getting crazy returns. And I've found that another form of do your own research is collaborate with trusted individuals. Collaborate with like trusted people that are in this.
Find your own horsemen. Get your own. But no, seriously.
It's true. It's true.
NFT crypto is totally about it's community, but you want to find. So it's funny that you said that because I'm in a couple Discords and it's like, hey, I have an alpha group that drops alpha knowledge, which is just like
the first time, because they think
big
alpha,
news.
Beta, so it's the first.
So people will say, hey,
iteration,
I'm in this Singaporean alpha group that gave me this information. I want to give it to you guys. So it's like finding a community within your that you're comfortable with and sharing information. Sometimes the information's bad. Yeah. Like I found some good projects, but then they've also been rug pulled.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
I've told like gingerbread, or what was it called?
Gingerbreads, yeah, because then they got
it looked good and then it got rug pulled. But I mean, that's just one. But yeah, it's definitely finding like a group or a committee or a team that you want to bounce ideas off of.
Yeah. What do you think about paid groups?
Paid groups?
Yeah.
You know what? Nat brought that up.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nat, DGen Talk.
Yeah.
She brought that up on our podcast when she was saying she paid for that Telegram group.
Because it's funny, because sometimes you want
interesting.
Because I've spent a lot of time thinking about this, and I'm like, you don't want to. But then I found a really good Bitcoin specific Canadian group, which is really cool when you find a Canadian group, because there's so much of a divide between what can happen that it actually does matter for Canadians. And it's not paid, and it's like solid, but it's also really quiet, which makes the group really effective. Like I don't even want to tell anyone about it. You'd have to join our Patreon for that.
Yeah. Patreon coming soon.
Wait, are we doing a Patreon?
You want to do one?
Let's do a Patreon.
We can do a Patreon.
We're doing a Patreon.
Let's do one.
Okay.
Help us out.
We'll drop that in a couple of weeks.
2022 first quarter.
Right? End of first quarter 2022.
To be honest, I don't think about paid groups because I'm cheap.
I understand, but
it makes sense. I see.
You just have to find the right one. But that's just like everything else out there.
But that's the thing. You almost have to do your own research on do I want to give this guy or this team $10 a month?
But here's how I thought about it.
It's like subscribing to a newsletter.
It is. So I saw a paid group and I was just like, nah, garbage, passed on it. And I saw another one, and then I thought, but I thought about it. I was like looking at the value, and I thought, if this paid group gives me one good tidbit of information, the group pays for itself. And I kind of look at that. I look at what I'm willing to.
So you do your own research.
Yeah, I do a ton of my own research, and I think like who's offering it, who's in it, what kind of what like, and I look at all the shit. And there's one that I'm eyeing, but I'm still not sure on it. And I'm just right now going through the process of convincing myself not to. And I think because of all the especially with all the activity we've done, reorganizing our wallets, and the Four Horsemen are pretty fired up right now.
Yeah,
we've been like getting back on the saddle.
Yeah, we're so stupid. This is so dumb. Getting back. Devon just killed himself. With his own joke. We are getting reinvigorated with crypto and stuff. We're getting ramped up.
Yeah, so I'm thinking no, but I do think that there could be some value to them.
To be honest, we started our own crypto group with a couple people that wanted to get involved. I mean, it's pretty quiet because we haven't been too deep in crypto, but I definitely want to do more crypto in the next little while.
They should be paying us.
I don't think the knowledge.
I'm just joking. No. The issue is no shade or anything. We're just at such different parts that are in our journey. Yeah, that like it's more so of us reaching back and being like this. So it's like, but we're like, you know what? If we found like another group of Ryan and Devon's or whatever.
I don't know.
Brian and Kevin. If we found a Brian and Kevin, that would be like, that would make more sense for us. But it's just because of not to devalue it.
No,
but it's just like because of we're at such different stages. It's just there's just a bit of a gap.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to. There's no review sites on hey, this paid group will give you great information. There's no review sites, so it's like you kind of almost have to go in there and just like, okay, I'll pay for 2 months. If something comes out of it. And so, you almost have to just, that's how you have to do your research.
You're doing the same thing. You're just taking a chance on this NFT project or this paid group. And if the right people are in there, it might pay for itself.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
And see, my fear is a lot of people bank on, I'm a name, I can make you money, pay me.
That's a very, very, very real, reputable, and like, that's a solid fear because that's what a lot of people do, you know? So, okay. Advanced stuff.
Yeah.
What do you check whale wallets?
Whale wallet? Oh, so yeah. I mean, because I've been in a few. Again, I'm NFT right now, strictly.
Yeah.
I've been in a few Discords where a whale joins up.
Yeah.
And it's like people go crazy and they, oh my God, this person's here. I'm like, I don't even know this person's name. Like, who is this person? And then people are like, oh, go check out their OpenSea. And you go through and it's like, oh, they have 155 NFT. A lot of it could be garbage, but you know what? 50 of them could be blue chip projects.
Yeah.
Where it's just like they made their money. I mean, you get 5 Bored Apes you minted. Are you considered a whale at this point?
It's crazy that Joe had 3. Or was it 4?
He had 3 and bought a 4th, and then I think he sold them and bought his crown one.
Yeah. Nuts. He's a whale.
Shout out to Joe. I think he's like a mini whale.
I think, well, what's a dolphin?
No, I don't know. I think he's on his way. Well, no, you know what? Maybe he is a whale.
He's an orca.
There you go.
Smaller whales, but killer. He's a nice guy, though. Anyways, okay.
Shout out to Joe, buddy.
So yeah, that's so okay. What do we even say? Like checking whale wallets. Yeah, like here's the thing: whales can be signifiers for the market. As in, if you're on Etherscan and and then all of a sudden you're watching some coin or sorry, well, these are obviously Ethereum. You're watching a project, and then all of a sudden they're just all of these wallets are selling.
Selling
NFT.
the crypto. Yeah.
Then you're like, okay, what's happening here? And usually the whales move first because when they have that much resources, whether it's money or crypto or NFTs or whatever, they usually talk to each other.
Yes.
And then they will influence.
They have their own whale groups.
Which you can never get into
no,
unless
never.
you became a whale yourself.
It's kind of funny. Now that you mentioned that, it kind of sparked something with Vivi.
Yeah.
So they were talking about whales on there because they do like live, like basically what we're doing during drops. And they were saying whales will never buy until 10% of the supply is on the marketplace.
Really?
And I was like, huh.
What?
That's how you get. Whoa. That's how you get the real price of something. So what I do now is I take that and I wait. I'm like, okay, the common comic or whatever. There's only 29,000. So I'll wait until I see, because at the beginning of the buying and selling, when the marketplace opens, the prices are going nuts.
Yeah.
So they say the volatility,
is just panic.
Is panic and people FOMO and aping in and all this. He said the one guy, I can't remember, I think it was Shadow on Vivi. Shout out to him. He said he heard that whales wait until 10% of something. 10% of the supply goes on the market. Once 10%'s there, that's the level of once the 10% is there, that's the level of price that you're gonna pay.
Interesting.
So I've been doing that, and it's not wrong.
Wow.
Because the hype dies down, because it might take a couple days for the 10% to get there.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, maybe I won't buy right after the drop, but generally once it hits that 10%, it's like,
once
there you go.
Leveled out. That's when
it levels out. Exactly.
Wow.
And then they start buying up, and then they can kind of control, oh my God, all these are coming off the market, and people start panic buying.
And then
the whale can flip it. Yeah, they influence the market that way.
You're a fish on Vivi. You're a pretty big fish. I'd say you could be a Vivi shark.
If I sold everything, yeah. I'm not Ray Fixie. I love that guy.
No one's Ray Fixie.
That guy. I saw him post a picture the other day, and he had like 400 of one collectible, and it was going for like $800 or 800 gems. And he's like, I'm just eating these up or something. I was like,
you know what? Let's get him. Let's get him on the pod.
I really want to get. If anyone knows,
this is crazy.
Any listeners know Ray Fixie, I would love to interview that guy. The way his charisma, or like just his attitude about Vivi and everything. I told you guys, wouldn't listen. Yeah, that's exactly
get the knowledge.
That's exactly what it is. I want to interview that guy. So if anyone can help us reach out to Ray Fixie, We should, you know what? We should just start a little campaign on Twitter.
Yeah,
just
I'm
start
down.
tagging them
I'm
and
down.
everything.
Let's do it. Okay, that's do your own research, everybody. Ryan.
I really hope this. Any questions, please send them our way. Tweet us, DM us.
Yep.
Eventually, we'll have a website and everything up and running.
We'll have everything up and running soon. If you want to know more about the Patreon, let us know. In the meantime, listen, subscribe,
share, subscribe.
We could really use some reviews.
I was just about to say that too. No,
on
I'm
on Apple, on iTunes. Let's get some reviews out there. So to get you boys trending in the NFT and crypto section, we'd love to get recognized more there. So leave a review and we will shout you out.
Yes, please.
And read your review on the air, no matter if it's good or bad.
We will take the bad. I don't mind.
Yeah,
I'll cry silently in the corner.
Yeah, no problem.
But I got a nice dog bed here. I can curl up in.
Curl up in that. All right, that's the episode. Do your own research. Start 2022 off right.
Yes, please. I hope this helped. I don't know what else to say. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great 2022.
All right, cue music.
Yes, please. We out.
We out.
Love ya.